Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from first group, and we would like to explain about the descriptive research sample. Next. Mana ini kok nggak next? Cut. So our members are first Agung Rizkila Sendra and me, Asra Zakia as moderator, Jihan Faira and Princess Kanisa. Next. So the first research that we are going to explain is titled A Descriptive Study on Profile of Some Potential English Language Teachers. Next. So the first part, the first structure of a descriptive research is an abstract. So an abstract is a concise summary of an academic text, such as journal or article or dissertation. In this case, it's a journal article, and it serves two main purposes. First, to help potential readers determine the relevance of their paper to our own research, and second, to communicate our key findings to those who don't have time to read the whole paper. So in nutshell, abstract is a summary of our research. So I already highlight the abstract here, where the green part is the aims of the study. And the green part proves that this is a descriptive text because it's focusing on what and not focusing on motives, but not focusing on motives, but not covering the why. We can see that the study is only investigate the motives, but not the why of the high school student who is to major in English. And then the blue part is the way the researcher observed the data, which the instrument is a questionnaire, where this is also one of the descriptive research method, which is surface research. The instrument is questionnaire. And then the yellow part is the suggestion. And then the white part that I didn't highlight here is the introduction of the research. So in conclusion, abstract is a summary of the research. Next, introduction. The next part is an introduction. So an introduction should include three things. First, a hook to interest the reader. Second, some background on the topic so the reader can understand it. And a thesis statement that clearly and quickly summarizes the main point. So introduction is an introduction where it took interest to the reader. So it's actually not too deep into the research. It's just the introduction of the research about the problem. So the green part that I highlight here is related to the problem, the main point, the summarize, because this is a research about profile of some potential English language teachers. This introduction, the summary of introduction that I write here, is also related to the title, to the problem that we are going to discuss. And the green part that I highlight here is first, language education programs is the higher education system in Turkey, and English language teacher education programs are offered by 55 faculties of education. This is related to the problem where this might be a reason why there are many potential English language teachers in Turkey, where the language education program is the higher education system in Turkey, and there are many faculties that offer the education program. Next. So the next material we're going to be explained by Jihan. To Jihan, time is yours.
Right, thank you, moderator. First, I would like to say sorry because my voice, because I'm not feeling well. Okay, so next is problem. So the main problem of this research is what are the viewpoints of high school students who wish to major in English and those of their parents, and also the language teachers about teaching English as a career, and about their own English proficiencies prior to the enrollment in a program at university. So this is the main problem that the researcher want to find out. The specific research questions are, do students in high school who want to major in English at university think teaching as a career? If it is yes, for the answer, how do these students study? What are their opinions about their own competencies and language learning? And then the second question, what are the roles and opinions of parents in their choice? And the last is, what are the roles and opinions of their language teachers in their choice? Next, please. Next is method. In this research, usually using method to find out the answer for the questions in the research. This descriptive study employs a survey method to gather information from potential teachers, their parents, and their language teachers on learning English and teaching as a career. And then the participant of this research consists of high school students who plan to major in English language program at university, a language teacher who worked at high schools with those students and the parents of the students. A total of 86 students, 30 parents, and 29 teachers participated in the study. The data was gathered during a large-scale meeting held to inform the participants, who were actually coming from several different high schools in Turkey with their parents and language teachers. The participants were informed about departments that they could enroll at university. The participants answer and return questionnaires on voluntary basis. So in this method, it is using a survey method, include with the participant, which is the student, the parents, and language teachers, and also include the numbers of the participants. Next, please. Next is instrument. So there are three questionnaires were developed by the researchers in order to answer the questions in the specific problem before. The first questionnaire with 13 questions was developed to gather information about students' demographic information, how they study English, what opinions they have about their English language competences, and what motivates they have to their future careers. And then the second questionnaires with 10 questions was developed to gather information about teachers who teach and guide these students. This questionnaire focused on the data such as what language aspects the teacher focused in the classes, what competencies their students, and how and why they guided or persuade their students to choose teaching English as a career. And then the third questionnaires, consisting of 6 questions, was designed to find out the demographics of parents and their influence on their children's choice of English language as a major in their. Also, the questionnaire for students is 13 questions. For the teachers is 10 questions, and for the parents, it is 6 questions. Okay, I think that's all from me. Back to moderator.
Okay, the next material about findings were going to be explained by Aris. To Aris, time is yours.
Okay, and the next is findings. So findings is the result section in descriptive research. So it describes what the researchers found when they analyze their data. So as you can see here, the findings based on students questionnaire. Table 1, reasons for student to to be enrolled in an English language teaching program. So this is the variable data of the researchers that they found. Okay, so this is also the data of the finding based on students' questionnaire. So this is learning lots of grammar rules, learning lots of vocabulary, and etc. So this is the data, and the right column is the variable data of the researcher found. And this is findings based on teachers' questionnaire. So this is the teachers who persuade students to choose teaching as a career. So this is the variable data of the teachers' questionnaire. Okay, I think that's all from me. Back to moderator.
Okay, the next material about discussion and conclusion, we're going to be explained by Ika. To Ika, time is yours.
So next is discussion and conclusion. The discussion section is one of the final parts of the research paper in which an author describes, analyzes, and interprets their findings. They explain about the results and tie everything back to the research question. So this discussion section is the result, or we can say that it is can answer of the question in the problem section. Here are the question. First, do students in high school who want to major in English at university think teaching as a career? And two, what are the roles and opinions of parents in their choice? Three, what are the roles and opinions of their language teacher in their choice? Next. So here the answer of the question that are mentioned previously. So the first question is, do students in high school who want to major in English at university think teaching as a career? It is answered in paragraph 2. So, no, I mean it mentioned in paragraph 1. The research from our study indicate that high school students are attracted to teaching as a career mainly because of their liking and interest in the language, its culture, and people. And the question number 2, how do these students study? Wait. Di-cut ya, ay? So for question number 2, what are the roles and opinions of parents in their choice? So we can find the answer of this question in paragraph 2. The parents think it to be an advantageous profession, probably due to often serious advantages such as flexible working hours and job security. And the question number 3, what are the roles and opinions of their language teacher in their choice? As the answer is, as we can look at the paragraph 2, is as the teacher, they persuade their student to choose teaching if they are good at language and like English, and if they are suitable for a teaching job. That's all from me. Back to the moderator.
So that is all our discussion about the first research. And then we're going to be to the next research. Next, moderator. So the second research is titled "A Descriptive Study on the Preparation of Student Teachers to Work with Diverse Population." So the first material is about abstract and introduction. We're going to explain by Ika. So Ika, time is yours.
So the first part of the research is abstract. Abstract is that mentioned previously. Abstract in a summary of our research. So the green part here, it is proof that this descriptive research where it's focusing on what and focusing on the motive. So here the abstract tell us the research purpose is to study was to describe the degree to which the involved agricultural education programs prepare their students to work with diverse population. The study also examined attitudes and belief of the student teachers regarding diversity. And next, the yellow part is an suggestion. So the suggestion here that the group of student teacher was not adequately exposed to diversity neither in their student teaching experience nor in their university preparation. To assist the national agricultural education goal of diversity in agricultural, a nation study should be conducted to determine if there is a correlation between minority enrollment in agriculture and the race and gender of the teacher educator. Next. Next is the introduction or conceptual framework. The introduction to a research paper is where you set up your topic and approach for the reader. It has several key goals. First, present your topic and get the reader interested and provide background and or summary existing research.
So the next material we're going to be explained by me, which is first theoretical framework. So actually in some research, theoretical framework with introduction is combined by some of the researcher, but this one it's not. So the theoretical framework is a result of the literature review that the researcher have done. And a good theoretical framework explain the relation between the variables that is relevant to the problem. And this is the theoretical framework of the descriptive study on the preparation of student teachers to work with diverse populations. So the problem here is related to the diverse population. So of course, the theoretical framework is related to that problem, to the title. For example, the yellow part, the first yellow part that I highlight here. America's classroom have always been diverse in terms of ethnicity, socioeconomic status, gender, and other variables. It talks about the variables, and that is the theoretical framework, and it's related to the problem. It's talking about the diverse. And then this one purpose of education was to prepare individuals to live and work with ethnically and culturally diverse society. It talks about diverse again, and it's quoted from Koppelman and Goodhart 2005, and this is the proof that this is a result of a literature review where the researcher actually quote an expert. Next. Next, Leacher and Grant describe 5 theoretical approaches to multicultural education. As Leacher and Grant, this is also the literature review that the researcher have done, and it's talking about multicultural education, the approaches that Leacher and Grant already described. And this is also related to the problem. So the first approach is assimilation, and the second one is human relations and other. So next again. It's the same with the last one. It's actually cut propose. Cut. So the next part is proposed. So the purpose of study is for what the study is being researched for. So the purpose of this study is to describe the degree to which the involved agricultural education programs prepare their students to work with diverse population. It's also related to the problem. It's always related to the problem, the purpose. And then the specific objective of this study were first describe demographic data of selected students, teachers that may impact their perceptions toward diversity. And second, describe university preparation in diversity of selected student teachers. And the last one, describe the perception of selected student teachers about cultural experiences that impact diversity. So that's all from me. The next material we're going to be explained by Jihan. It's about methodology. To Jihan, time is yours.
Okay, the next is methodology. The study was a census using a mail questionnaire to the 25 student teachers in the 2003 until 2004 academic year in one Midwestern state from 4 teaching training institutions. The tailored design method for enhancing response rate was utilized. The researchers mailed the first questionnaire at the beginning, and then the data collection lasts approximately 6 months and was terminated at a point to reduce the maturation rate to validity. The survey consists of a self-administered questionnaire. Questions were rewarded to reflect the change from teacher educators to students teachers as respondents. A 31 question section was added to capture the perception of student teacher regarding cultural experiences and diversity. The cultural experiences section used 5 point like type scale ranging from strongly disagree to strongly agree. Other sections of the questionnaire ask respondents to provide demographic data and respond to yes-no questions regarding their university preparation in diversity. So this research used questionnaire as a method to find out the answer for the questions research. I think that's all from me. Back to moderator.
Thank you, Jihan. So the next material is about findings. We're going to be explained by Ika. Ika, time is yours.
Next. So next is findings. Findings, also sometimes called the result. The finding section is an empirical research paper describe what the researchers found when they analyzed their data. Its primary purpose is to use the data collected to answer the research question posed in the introduction. So here, the findings are the result or an answer of the question that are mailed to the 25 student teacher in the 2003 until 2004 academic year at one Midwestern. So here, in these findings, we can look that there are application of descriptive research, which are conduct comparisons that ask demographic question like gender, geographical location, and etc. So here the table 2 is show about the basic demographic of selected student teachers. Next. Table 3 shows the student teachers respond regarding university preparation toward diversity. Next. I'm sorry. Balik lagi, Riz. And the table 4 is show about the perception of the student teachers regarding diversity. That's all for me. Back to the moderator.
So the last material we're going to explain by Aguris Klasendra. To Aguris Klasendra, time is yours.
Okay, and the last is conclusion, implication, and recommendation. So this section is written in the last of your research. So this is the last part of the research. So as we can see here, this study can provide baseline data for comparison by studies, and until the last, as you can see the last sentence. Okay, and the next is one implication from this study is that more work needs to be done to provide agriculture education pre pre-service students with experiences in deserved schools, and the last is an initial conclusion is that these students are operating within the assimilation approach to multicultural education. Their construct scores for teaching and cultural comfort to imply that the students' teachers are comfortable teaching diverse students, but may not have the attitudes and skills to teach on an integrated multicultural education or social reconstructionist level. Their limited diversity experiences in college may shield them from the knowledge that operation and unequal power distribution are problems in today's society. So that's all conclusion, implication, and recommendation in this research. Okay, I think that's all from you. Back to moderator.
So that is all our discussion on these two research. So that's all from us. If you have any mistakes, please forgive us. And if you have any question, please ask on the class. So that's all from us. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.